Hi guys, this is another video from your buddy boy in Canada. So first and foremost, I would like to show you a little bit of tips on how to be freaking strong, okay? So one of the most important um, tools or exercise equipment that you would be strong is I have this with me. This one right there. See? Yes, you're right. This is a toothbrush. I'm saying that this is the number one tool to be strong is that because my chiropractor said it's better to be balanced than to be strong. And I found out that being balanced could make you stronger. From now on, you guys, if you're used to brushing your teeth with your right hand, practice doing it with your left hand. And now if you're used to playing basketball with your right hand, start shooting with your left hand. That will give you balance. And in the same way, it will strengthen your other hand as well. It will give you a lot of neuromuscular strength as well. Okay, so let's go back to business. Boxing. Okay, so it's about Spence versus Pacquiao. I was thinking the other day, how could Pacquiao win over Spence? And I was really wondering how, because every fighter thinks they can win, and I probably said an exaggerated form that Pacquiao has no way of a chance to win against Spence if Spence is gonna wrestle him, and it has been proven in history of in boxing that if a bigger guy, not even the stronger puncher, he's just bigger and is stronger in terms of like pushing you around, he always win the fight. As long as they're both class A's, right? If he's a bigger guy and he's just like class C and the other smaller guy is class A, then his wrestling skill is nothing. Okay? But if he is bigger guy and he's a class A guy, even if he's not the stronger puncher, he's just gonna wrestle you and he's gonna win the fight. And how can Manny Pacquiao win over Spence if Spence is gonna wrestle him? Okay, I watched the video of Leonard versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Yes, I always go back to the past. Every time I see something like bothers me, I always go back to the past. The past is the best. Wherein the great boxers were once dominate the boxing scene. Okay, so it was Sugar Ray Leonard, how he defeated Danny Lalonde. So it was not a wrestling thing, but you can see that Danny Lalonde was the younger, bigger fighter, and they were fighting in the catchweight, of course. Uh, the thing is, Danny Lalonde gassed out. He was winning on the first few rounds, and then probably 2 rounds, and then Sugar Ray Leonard picked up the pace, and he was able to knock Lalonde out because Lalonde gassed out. Is it gonna happen to Spence? Is Spence gonna gas out? Well, it. I haven't seen Spence gassed out, so it's very hard for Manny Pacquiao to have Spence gassed out. Many pundits would say that Manny Pacquiao would win on the first few rounds. Uh, it depends because it always happens if they are in an opposite stance. If if it's always the same stance, like orthodox versus orthodox, it's always the more experienced guy would had an upper hand on the later rounds. Just like Duran versus Iron Barkley. Duran adjusted, so in that fight, the same scenario. Duran is older and Barkley is bigger, younger, faster, but Duran adjusted and he won the fight. And because Duran is a very good fighter when it comes to clinching. In Lalonde and Sugar Ray, it's kind of different, but the same thing. It's not clinching, but the same thing. Sugar Ray Leonard, the more experienced fighter, adjusted. So in this fight, pundits would say that Manny Pacquiao would earn a lot of points in the first few rounds, but I don't think so. It's different because he is the one who's gonna adjust because he is the smaller fighter, and they are both southpaws. So Spence is just gonna push him, shove him, create some openings, and then bam. And sometimes it doesn't even matter if it's a clean shot from Spence. He can hit Pacquiao on the elbows, on the shoulders, anywhere, and it will hurt Manny Pacquiao because Spence is really huge. Well, in another hand, Pacquiao would also hurt Spence, but not so much as Spence would hurt Pacquiao because it's a huge size difference. You are looking at the smallest welterweight, which is Manny Pacquiao, one of the smallest welterweights is Manny Pacquiao, and the biggest, arguably the biggest welterweight, which is Spence. Spence is bigger than Crawford, probably arguably the biggest welterweight in a Class A division, right? Not like all the welterweights. So Spence would take Pacquiao's punches, and Pacquiao would have like more time trying to adjust how to get in. I always believe in what Holyfield said that if both guys are as fast, the bigger guy has always the advantage. If the smaller guy is faster than the bigger guy, the smaller guy has the advantage, even he is smaller, but he is faster. But the thing is, he is the one who disproved his own theory. Holyfield disproved his own theory by beating Mike Tyson. So Mike Tyson is the smaller and the faster, but he beat Mike Tyson. That means his theory is not applicable to him. I don't know how it goes. Like how I don't know how his mind frame works. He just demolished his own theory by beating Mike Tyson, a little bit younger than him, and faster and stronger. So he wrestled Mike Tyson. So being said, if Pacquiao can pull off a good movement like first of all a good movement like what Sugar Ray did to Lalonde, and if he could take Spence's punches, and if he has the stamina to reach 12 rounds with this kind of pacing, with this rough housing, I think he got a big chance to win the fight. A big chance to win a fight. So this fight is for me is a test in Manny Pacquiao's boxing IQ. Oh yeah, a lot would argue. Manny Pacquiao, who the hell are you talking about? Manny Pacquiao doesn't have a ring IQ. He does have a ring IQ, but he has got a big Class A ring IQ. But I can't say he has that plus A ring IQ. Like Rigondo, or like who else? I'm not gonna say Mayweather. I hate him. Okay, so many would say Mayweather has the highest ring IQ. Forget about him. So uh, I say James Tony got higher ring IQ. Mm-hmm. Who else? Uh, a lot of fighters got like higher ring IQ than Manny Pacquiao. Uh, for now, I think Roberto Duran. But if Manny Pacquiao pulls this off, he is the goat because he has the ring IQ of a great fighter, boxer, and he has the physicality of a great boxer. So if he pulls this off, he's the goat. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget about this. Okay, if you're used to using your right hand, practice your left hand. If you're used to brushing your teeth with your left hand, practice the right hand. Okay, good day, guys.